teacher telling me about how one of the city council members was against the pool being built.
Like on school campus?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I heard. Why did I know she lives next to
Suzanne Fuentes. So we tried to push forward a bond campaign to redo the fields, or the field and the track and the tennis courts and the auditorium, and put a pool in. And we lost by 150 votes. So if 150 people had said yes instead of no, we would have had all that. But it failed, and there was an effective campaign, and it exaggerated the costs, but it didn't pass. So one of the things which you could say is political courage is Don Brand, myself, and Robin Funk got together and said, let's do another bond campaign, but let's get rid of the pool, because that seemed to be a center of focus on the no side. And so we went back to it because we still wanted to improve that campus, and we were successful in getting a bond passed for the athletic field and the track, and the stadium, and then also the auditorium, which is now the Performing Arts Theater.
But why is it that the pool was the main focus, though?
People thought that it would be too expensive for the city to maintain the pool. They thought it was going to be too noisy for the residents next to the pool. That's where Suzanne comes in. They're just unnecessary cost. Pay as you go. This is supposed to be a pay as you go city. You shouldn't borrow money to build things. You should save it to build things. We're about to go into a new round of discussions about capital improvement projects, like a pool. And several council members believe it's better to borrow the money today, build it, and pay it back over time than it is to save the money over time and then build it at the end. The reason is, literally, there's never been a better time to borrow money. Money is super cheap. Also, construction costs today are 16% lower than they were in 2008. Those construction costs over the next 5 years or so will go back up. So you can try to save your money, but your construction costs go up. And the fact that those costs go up makes your project more expensive. So now you're comparing that more expensive project to a project that you pay for and build today, but you pay with borrowed dollars at low interest rates. So you're paying an interest rate over 20 years. How much is that compared to an increased construction costs? And when you do the calculation, it's either neutral or borrowing the money today is actually cheaper. If it's neutral, then absolutely you should build it today, because you get the benefits over the next 20 years instead of you just saving the money for some future pool in 20 years. Or a future El Segundo Boulevard that's fixed and looks better and actually has sidewalks and has trees and, as a nice entrance to the community. So there's other capital projects that are out there. So like our pool has been shut down recently because our sand filter sprung a leak. Well, the reason we're band-aiding that sand filter is because we don't want to put money into an older facility if we're going to totally revamp that facility. So the hope is, hey, let's keep band-aiding it and baling wire and bubble gum, fixing it until we can come to a decision. And we're very close to coming to a decision. And in the very near future, we may have some new revenues that will help this process immensely. So hopefully by the end of the year we'll know that. And when you see it in the paper, you'll know what I was talking about.
So why would wouldn't the pool be maintained? I can't think of the word.
Maintained?
Yeah, maintained by the school board and not the city council.
School can't afford it. So that's part of the agreement. See, the city currently gives the school district over $1 million in in-kind and cash contributions. So the city gives $250,000 to the school every year. And then we also operate all the libraries for the schools, like I said before, and we do other things like maintain, they gave us Urosari for $1 So now we maintain Eurosar and we pay for it. And we're glad to because we have city programs, but the school just can't afford it. Their budget's way too tight. So if there's going to be any improvements in facilities for the students, it either has to be through a bond or the city has to do it. We've already done the bond. Now, if we're going to improve something, it's up to the city to do it.